Our first question this week comes from Ian. Ian says, we are struggling to find Google keywords that speak directly to our niche. We want to build a fitness community for competitive athletes who fell away from exercise when they stopped playing competitive sports. That's pretty cool. We want to tap into the feeling of being disconnected from part of ourself we most strongly identify with, and that was being an athlete for the entire part of our life. Because life and work has pulled us away from it. We really want to keep the community tight to our niche, but the fitness-related Google words that return good search numbers or match in general don't speak specifically to our avatar. It seems like our niche is both large and too hard to target with keywords. Are there people who specialize in identifying Google keywords and search terms? This is slowing us down a minute. Or is it better to pay someone who is good at this for us to do? Or can you give us some pointers about keywords so that we can get our research over with and get the ball rolling? And Jocelyn knows a lot about hard to find keywords because elementary librarian keywords were few and far between when we started out. So,
all right, guys. Well, I'll be the first to tell you that I'm not exactly an expert in this area as far as like keyword research, but I will tell you that when I was getting started, the keyword research that I did, it was not particularly encouraging. There were people looking for keywords related to elementary librarians, but the search volume was not great. And I think that I mentioned this in the community when I was talking to you guys as well. Like the things that I was looking for, I might have like 500 or 600 searches per month. Yeah, like it wasn't very much. And people who were quote experts might look at that and say, oh, well, that's not worth messing with. But for me, it was like, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to try this anyway. And I just started writing, and lo and behold, like people identify with what I have to say or what I had to say. So what I'm trying to tell you is, don't take that as like the gospel of this is definitely what you should do or what you should not do just based on those keyword searches. Like kind of branch out a little bit.
yeah.
Chances are like people are looking for stuff like this, but they might not know how to word it. Like think about other ways that people might word their searches as well.
Yeah. And also, too, listen, keyword research is a guidepost. It is a direction. It is a clue on the map. It is not if this doesn't happen, then this doesn't happen, right? This is just an idea. Like, look, the market size is the most important thing. Like, we knew there were 100,000 librarians in the United States. We could look that data up. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, Ian, that there are millions of former athletes who missed that, right? I'm one of them, okay? So like these people are out there and they are searching for something, but it's like when you go to the doctor, you don't know what's wrong with you. You might say my foot hurts, but you don't know why your foot hurts. It could be phantom foot hurting. It could be anything. Like it could be you stepped on a nail. It could be whatever. You probably know that one. You'd see the blood. But like you don't they're looking for something and they are there. You just have to start creating content to try to identify with them. I would guess if you wrote blog posts like how former athletes couldn't lose weight, how former athletes can regain their glory days, how former athletes can get back out on the field, if you just keep saying that same terminology over and over, you're going to tell people what you're talking about. Sometimes you just got to go get your soapbox and put it in the middle of the plaza in the square. You got to start shouting, where are my former athletes at?
Well,
Where are they at? Come over
I think
here.
that if you can also like if you can combine the more higher volume keywords with some of your keywords, like maybe try to marry those together and see if that helps you with the search volume. I mean, really the only way that you're going to know is to just try to put something out there and see if people come. And if they
Yeah.
do, then keep going with it. If they don't, then it may be time to try a different strategy.
And through action, we found keywords, right? Like Jocelyn started elementarylibrarian.com and just started blogging about things she was thinking about. And she didn't care if there was a Google search. That is not the gospel truth. She just said, I'm going to write about this topic and I'm going to share this where I think librarians are hanging out. And if you'll go do the same, like I bet if you type in former athlete Facebook group or former football player, former basketball player, former gymnastics person, former whatever, like there are groups that exist like this that you can join, right? And you can go say, hey, I wrote a blog post about how, former athletes can get back in shape after, they neglected their health for 10 years because they're kids. got in the way or whatever. Like if you write a blog post and share that, someone will identify with it and they will go. And then eventually, as these people come, you will see other things that are shared. As you join these groups, you will see other things shared. Like Jocelyn discovered that Banned Books Week was a huge search term that only librarians were searching for because they were trying to find banned books for Banned Books Week. And we realized, wait a minute, the only person that would search for that is a librarian. Dr. Seuss Week, same thing. Nobody's searching for Dr. Seuss Week except, well, people do search for it, but a big majority of those people are librarians looking for lesson plans about Dr. Seuss. But we didn't think about that in the beginning. We started creating, we started interacting, and that's how we found our people. So I think you're putting way too much stock in keyword research. Jocelyn, how long does it take me to do keyword research for a blog post usually or a podcast? I'm usually
like a few minutes.
A few minutes. I put it up. I look for something general to give me an idea, and then I make up the words for the title and the blog post myself, and Google will start indexing those things. So let's get out of the keyword. Here's my advice to you. Turn off Google AdWords keywords. Go write 10 blog posts that you know, because you're the expert, that these former athletes would love to read, or create 10 podcasts that you know they would love to listen to. You go do it. You put it out there and start looking for groups of these people clustered together on social media and in groups and in forums. Okay. That was an awesome question. Good question, man. All right, let's see. All right, we got a success story from Jonathan. Jonathan says, we've got 2,300 members in my Facebook group for real estate wholesalers. That's awesome. I just hit 1K on the last call 2 weeks ago. Jonathan had 1,000 people. He's been hustling, and he's doubled his Facebook group size. Yeah. That's amazing. 1,000 of those came in 1 week. Also, I just narrowed down a beta launch date for May 1st. All right, Carrie, I think Carrie's in the chat. We're putting that on the calendar. And we're following up with
why
Jonathan.
not March 1st, Jonathan?
Yeah, why not March 1st? Oh, Jocelyn's back. Jocelyn's back. Don't mess around. May 1st. May 1st. She said March 1st.
What are we doing here, Jonathan?
What are you doing? Jocelyn's not. That's the first Jocelyn bomb has exploded in Jonathan's face because Jonathan, she's not messing around.
We don't mess around. Like, strike while the iron is hot, my friend. What are you doing?
Bro, I mean, listen, if you have a Zoom account, you could launch. Because all you got to do is do member calls and you could talk to those people. And I would bet that out of 2,300 Facebook group people, somebody would give you money. I'm just saying some of those people would pay you. Jocelyn said you got to launch March 1st. So maybe we can negotiate.
I mean, that gives you 18 days, Jonathan. I'm being generous here.
Yeah, she's helping you out here. And we may have to negotiate Jocelyn to April. I don't know, but Jocelyn's not messing around. So yeah, she's going to be looking you up and seeing if you've launched way before you said you were going to launch, bro, because you got members waiting for you. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. And you've been really doing a good job, dude. Taking massive action. Hey, y'all. Shane Sams here from the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast and flippedlifestyle.com. My wife, Jocelyn, and I are former school teachers who figured out how to make our entire living on the internet. And now we help other families do the same. Thank you so much for listening to today's featured online business question from a real member of the Flip Your Life community. I hope that you enjoyed today's show and that it helped you get unstuck and take your next steps in your online business journey. Have you ever had a question about online business, making money online, or becoming an internet entrepreneur? My wife, Jocelyn, and I have helped thousands of people start, build, and grow their own online businesses and create stable, predictable, recurring revenue for their family. We would love to help you and your family too inside of the Flip Your Life community. Each month, we host live members-only Q&As where we help you get unstuck and move closer to your family's dream. We would love to see you on our next Q&A inside of the Flip Your Life community. All you have to do is go to flippedlifestyle.com/free. That's flippedlifestyle.com/FREE. And you can sign up for a 30-day free trial to the Flip Your Life community. That's going to give you access to every single course, every single community forum, and 2 member calls every single month where you can come and ask questions live. That's flippedlifestyle.com/free. Go sign up for your free trial today. That's all I've got today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single episode of the Q&A with S&J. Tell us what you think about today's show in the comments, or go leave us a 5-star review. And tune in every single week for the Flipped Lifestyle Podcast, where we help a real member of the Flip Your Life community one-on-one, and then we air that conversation live for everyone to hear. Remember, all you need is 100 people to pay you $50 a month to make $5,000 a month. That's $60,000 a year. That's enough money to flip your life and change your family future. Until next time, get out there, take action, and do whatever it takes to flip your life. We'll see you then.